your friend anymore because you're so-and-so's friend.
In other words, you can't be someone's friend because you're someone else's friend?
I'm not going to be your friend because you didn't invite me to your birthday party. I'm not going to be your friend because you pick your nose.
Kids find all kinds of reasons for not having friends. And they were studying friendship out at church. So I went out and I told them a story of friendship. A father of 10 young boys always told his sons as they grew up, when I come to my final days, I plan on leaving you a legacy. I plan on leaving you coins. I'm going to go ahead and give each of you 100 gold coins, at least 100 gold coins when you die, or when I die. I'm going to leave that money for you. Now, the boys, when they were little, 100 gold coins didn't mean a lot. But as they grew older and grew into manhood, 100 gold coins would buy property, it would buy riches, it would buy animals that they could raise. It would pay for them to have a good, healthy lifestyle. But when their father reached his senior years and his hairs grayed, he slowed down. He was no longer in the best of health. He fell upon hard times, and they began to worry whether or not they would get their inheritance or not. When it came the time when the father was ill and he was on his deathbed, he called his sons to him, one by one, starting with the oldest down to the youngest. The oldest son, he says, I promised my entire lifetime, as long as you were there, that I would go ahead and before I died, I would give you 100 gold coins. And 100 gold coins it is, and he gives him a little sack with 100 gold coins in it. The son walks out. It weighs so much that it's hard even to jingle, and he carries it out with a smile on his face, and one by one, the other brothers go in and they come out with a sack of 100 gold coins. But when it comes time for the youngest son walks in with a face of anticipation, waiting to get his reward from his father, but his father says, sit down by my bedside and take my hand, my son. I have to tell you something. In my older age, I've fallen on hard times. It's cost us money to live. I've spent most of what we have. I promised each of you children that I would give you 100 gold coins on my deathbed, and I've kept my promise to your brothers. But for you, my son, I fear that I only have 20 gold coins left. But Father, you promised us 100 gold coins. If you knew that you did not have enough for all of us, then Father, why did you not give each of us 90 coins so we could have had the same amount? I want to be treated like my brothers. My son, for my own reasons, I choose to keep my promise to as many of you as that I can. I want to always know that you will keep your word. I'm going to give you my last 20 gold coins, but I'm going to give you something that I value more than money. I'm going to leave you all of my best friends. Son, I want you to go to my friends. I want you to honor my friends. I want you to be their friends. I know you are young and they are older like me, but they will be your good friends. They were my friends and they will be your friends. Honor them and bless them, and God will bless you. The young son, on his father's deathbed, made his father the promise that he would do that, and he honored his father's promise. He kissed his father's hand, and he shed his tears as his father died. He and the brothers, they gave father a good burial, and after a proper time of mourning, the other sons left with their gold coins on extended vacations and off to their properties with their animals and with their homes, and ways in their mind and dreams to spend those 100 gold coins. The youngest son spent 16 of his gold coins just on the funeral expenses, to pay the doctors, to pay off all of the bills, and he had but 4 coins left. He still was living in his father's household, and his father had left him those friends, and he remembered holding his father's hand and kissing his father's hand before his father breathed his last, and telling him that he would honor his friends. So with these last 4 gold coins, he sent out invitations out to all of his father's friends. He prepared a large meal, a feast, and brought the friends in and honored every single one of them. You were my father's wonderful friend. He cared for you deeply. My father valued your friendship. He has asked that you all be my friend. and he's asked me to befriend all of you. The men enjoyed themselves. They ate and had a great time together. And then as they were leaving, they said to one another, he is the only one of the Father's 10 children that honored us. This man was our very good friend. His partings causes us great sorrow, but only his youngest son showed us the respect that his father would have shown. He invited us here and he treated us like royalty. Let us do something for him. And each of those men went home and they prepared a small bag of coins and sent it to the youngest son. And they each sent him 2 cows and one sent him a bullock. And then they came to him and gave him advice on breeding the cattle and how to invest his money. Within less than 6 months, the young man had more coins than any of the other brothers. Within a year's time, he had far more riches than his father had had during his entire lifetime. But the biggest riches that he had were the friendship of the men who were the friends of his father. Solomon, the once wisest man in the world, son of David, who built the temple of Jerusalem and was the wisest man in the world, wrote many of the books in the books of Proverbs. So if you go into the Old Testament and you look, and you start looking into Proverbs, it'll tell you to be sure to keep your friends and the friends of your father, the friends of your parents. You've got lots of friends here at St. Mary's in the 6th and 7th grade. They'll continue to be your friends, but don't forget about them when you go on to high school. Don't replace them with others. Keep these friends and cherish the new friends that you make. And always remember the fun you've had, the memories that you've had, and cherish your friends because you will be richer for them, just like the man in that story. Now, some of you might be in the Scouts. In the Scouts, there's a song. Meet new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Repeat. I'll sing a piece, you repeat. Meet new friends.
Meet new friends.
But keep the old.
But keep the old.
One is silver and the other's gold.
One is silver and the other's gold.
Again, the whole thing together. Meet new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Again. The friends of the Father.